Good morning. Let us start grand service for the Tenchi Kanei no Kami.
一度拝礼。Religion prayer, page 2.
Radiation prayer. Let us seek the sacred radiation of Ikigami Konko Daijin, sincerely and wholeheartedly, each and every day. May we receive the radiation with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama.
Purification
Purification prayer.
Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine Parent. We acknowledge our mistakes in the face of arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. Apologize for all our shortcomings and reverence for past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living to reflect your divine will. With a pure, joyful, enlightened heart, always one with you.
Kami prayer.
Kami prayer. Reverend, we pray.
The wisdom of God and virtuous of God, mind flows without cease, spirit out without end. In heaven and earth is a light that cleanses all. In heaven and earth is the truth of all. For this wondrous born, for these wondrous works, was as great as human being, was as great as foreign humanity. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, for all those who Forgive our wrongful and the wrongful. That we will not be forgiven from our sins, which stand in the way, and that we not know the way, or all ignorance and selfishness. Save us all from our silent misfortunes, pray for Caminos. Our founding Father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in his world, but held with faith and sincerity, to receive the Caminos with blessing, and began the life of mutual fulfillment. Amen.
Humbly we pray.
Divine and gracious God of Konkokyo, Konko Daijin accepted all teachings. That is the individual nature of common and I lay in all the ways of faith from all society, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and in the unfulfilling of life. I grant prayer for those who believe, seek salvation from all suffering, and we not know the love of faith. The leaders past the world to change, we do not be wrong to the divine castle of mediation. Bless us for forgiveness of sins and guide us our way to life. Divine favor us in you. Bless us slowly, mercy. Establish the way of eternal security, the way of mediation of Ikigami. By this Lord's revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all hardship of this world. Through their body and soul, the way we need to teach us, and turn our hearts to common. With the anger for day and night, whatever we may walk, the way we need to teach us, to pray with love trust, for living in the way by fear, we offer our sincere apologies and rest in our evil ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in my divine feet. Let us care for those in need, and invite them to the way. Love guides us who are lost, and the way to the light purpose. Coming with us, we are in common. May this way of future fulfillment be manifested in this world. May come into this world to peace, the well-being of our people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, in earnest we pray.
一度敬礼。
かけまくもかしこき、Ikigami Konko Daijin天地金の神の御前に、金光教ワイパフ教会長です。 Ashikomi, kashikomi mo mosaku. Dear great divine spirits of the universe, Tenchi Kaneno Kami, with the breadth of heaven and the richness of earth, through your boundless blessings, all things are allowed to live. With deep appreciation, we give our gratitude for the life we have received and the blessings we have been receiving every moment. We also thank you for the caring for us as your children, with desires for us to grow and practice faith, helping one another. Yet, thoughtlessly unaware of this, while knowing and forgetting your desire and blessings, we live selfishly, depending on our own judgment, ignoring your blessings and accumulating irreverence that creates difficulty for ourselves. As stated in the Divine Message on October 10, 1873, Tenchi Kaneno Kami has sent Ikigami Konko Daijin to the people to give blessings and teachings and to have them prosper forever. Kami is Kami because of the people, and people are people because of Kami. Both continue to uphold each other. You asked our founder, Ikigami Konko Daijin, to provide divine message to save us from suffering such difficulties. Through this mediation, Kami Hito no Michi, the way of Kami and people, the happiness of all through the mutual fulfilling relationship between Kami and people has been revealed to us, and many have been saved from suffering and difficulties. Ikigami Konko Daijin's works of mediation have been passed down from generation to generation, down to Amagi Church and to Hawaii by Reverend Masayuki Kodama, the founding minister of Honolulu Church, and to Reverend and Mrs. Santaro Sonoda, who established this Waipahu Church in 1938. Through mediation of Reverend Sonodas and successive ministers, day by day, believers of Waipahu have received great divine blessings and have been saved. Dear great divine spirits, Tenchi Kaneno Kami, on this beautiful spring day, the believers, ministers, and guests are gathered here at Konko Mission of Waipahu in admiration of your boundless blessing and a virtue that continue without end. In gratitude for your unconditional loving heart that want to save all people. And to pray for your continued protection and guidance. As we offer our sincerest prayers and show our gratitude in the form of various offerings from the field, and the mountains, the rivers, the sea, and with tamaguchi we offer with sincere heart, please listen to our prayers. Please allow each of us not only to seek mediation at the church, but also mediate to people through each of many activities we have planned. And allow us to spread this way of faith to help more people in the community. As your children, please help us to be able to give thanks sincerely for your blessings, respect and cherish each other, and live as a human according to the way of the universe. With this spirit in our heart, please guide us to practice this way of faith in our daily life, so that we may save ourselves and those around us, and begin spreading the way of happiness for the salvation of humanity and the world peace. Especially, current day society has several critical issues, such as COVID-19, the war in Ukraine, and environmental issues, mainly due to people's selfish desires and ignorance of your wishes. Sadly, there are those who have passed away because of this virus, and the wars and battle all over the world, especially in Ukraine. And we put our hand together to pray for their spirit's peace and salvation. We also offer our heart and prayers to you to end this pandemic and the wars as soon as possible so that the people regain peaceful, ordinary life again. Please accept our apologies as we strive to change our ways to reflect your love. Through the virtue of this ceremony today, please bless all of us who attended this service as well as those who could not attend and are praying from afar. Please continue to protect us, guide us, and enrich us. すべての人々の上に安心立ち行きの大むかげこんぐらしめたまい、今しも今へに参きおろがみ人々もはじめ、はるかにおろがみ祭りである人らに至るまで、今日のご大祭の歓喜礼をあまねくこんぐらしめたまい、確定全教をこぞりて神と人との愛をかけよで立ち行くあり方を世界に権限するとのご神願成就のお役に立たしめく、神導き、神引き立てたまえと、かしこみかしこみもおろがみ松なくと申す。
Now, 一度共に拝礼。天地がですね。Ikigami Konko Daijin Daijin金の神神大祭おかげは我が心にあり今月今日で頼み Grace and spirit with all your heart along with mine Kami is blessing to be with thee heart with faithful care Kami and joy Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day, pray. Movement for the mutual fulfillment of Kami aid. Our situation, our life of Kami,
our religion, our economy, our great war, health, and our life will. Amen.
Adoration prayer, page 7.
Adoration prayer. We lift our eyes in awe for heaven soaring above.
Lift my eyes in awe, heaven soaring Please write if possible. 新年の絵、page 50.
Please be seated.一度拝礼。
Divine message received on October 10, 1873. Though they live between heaven and earth, people are unaware of Kami's blessings. Shrines, temples, and homes stand on Kami's land. And unaware of this, people only examine the days and directions and commit irreverence to Kami and encounter hardship due to their accumulated offenses. They are to practice faith and receive divine blessings. Tenchi Kaneno Kami has sent Ikigami Konko Daijin to the people to give blessings and teachings and to have them prosper forever. Kami is Kami because of people, and people are people because of Kami. Both continue to uphold each other. It's okay to take off the mask. Good morning, everyone. I feel grateful that we could gather here to hold the spring grand service for the Tenchi Kaneno Kami-sama. You know, 2 years ago, when the coronavirus pandemic started, the first Daisai in airport, only Yasutake family held the service, and all the members worship from afar, from home, because gathering was not was prohibited at the time. And since then, little by little, gradually, but open up, to going back to the normal life. And this time, the first time since the corona pandemic started, 4 sensei served the service. It used to be only my father and me, two of us. And we could not sing a song, so today we could sing a song. Luckily, we have a pianist, although the full-time pianist is on vacation right now. So we had hired the second pianist, and she practiced during the cleanup. So thank you, Wanda. That's a good backup. And another good thing we can start from this service is that it used to be, we couldn't not have a guest speaker, and therefore I'm the one only who can speak, and probably you're tired of it. So today we have a guest speaker, Edna Matsuoka Sensei from Waipahu Church. As you know, she's not only the minister but also the professional nurse. So she can talk about Konko faith through like a medical point of view, or like a social or scientific point of view, which makes more easier us to understand. So lucky that we can now have a guest speaker and Edna Sensei today. So please listen carefully, and also let us appreciate for the Kami-sama that now we can gather here like this again. Gradually, little by little, we are regaining normal life. Yet, we still have, still many people suffering, and especially the war in Ukraine. Many issues still arising, and we have to continue to practice faith and pray for those issues too. And today is the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic started. Those who would like to stay, you can stay, and we have set up the table and chairs downstairs. But those who like to go home, please do so and just bring the bento home. But those who like to stay, you can go downstairs after this as a onorai, and which is the first time since the pandemic started. So let us appreciate for that too. And now we would like to welcome Edna Sensei, and the first guest speaker since the COVID-19. Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。
Hello, everyone. Oh, still kind of good morning for new. It's an honor to be here today in person, and I feel so honored to be the first speaker to speak, after the pandemic. So I really appreciate you being here today. And I'm sure each and every one of you are here today, and in the same way, I am here to honor and appreciate the life force. Tenji Kanino Kami-sama. This great energy. Neither a man, neither a woman. It's this energy that sustains our life, right? It keeps us alive. It keeps our heart beating. Those that are present today all received a very special blessing because you could be here in person, just like Akinobu-sensei had mentioned earlier. You all took that time to be here when you could have been sleeping in or doing something that you probably wish to do better, like watch TV or play golf or something, but you took the time, you prepared yourself, you drove over here, you used your gasoline. Gasoline is expensive. You came over here to honor and appreciate Kami-sama. Gotaisai is a service to give thanks again to Kami-sama's blessings. So what are blessings? It's pretty much everything, right? Everything is a blessing. But I'm talking about blessings we can't live without. Blessings that make it difficult to live without them. In Japanese, nakattara komaru okage. そのために今日、we are here today to give thanks to 神様。なかったら困るおかげに対してお礼を言う日なんです今日ご大祭。So the front row, I'm gonna ask you, what are you thankful for? Like what can't you live without? Like Koichi says, what can't you live without?
Everything.
Right? How about Clayton? What can't you live without? Name one thing.
Phone or camera. So.
Air or something. Yeah? How about May? Can you name something that you can't live without? Food, right? Oh, Wanda.
My family.
Right? How about John?
Air, water, and life.
Yeah. Yeah. 本当に We just had Sensei, Akinobu Sensei, read the Goshinden, And it was the same teaching, basically what we read during a Kyoten study group session just last week, a couple weeks ago. And in the Kyoten study group session, we read from the sacred scripture, the voice of the universe, and the teaching went like this. People, while living between heaven and earth, are unaware of Kami's blessings. Shrines, temples, and houses all stand on Kami's land. Without realizing this, people consult the days and directions and are disrespectful to Kami. These suffer hardships due to these past offenses. What is the greatest offense to Kami? Can you name it? Do you know what the greatest offense is to Kami? What is it, Michio?
I think saying that Kami isn't real. Kami isn't real?
Kami isn't real. Oh, yeah, the denial of Kami-sama's existence.
Yeah,
Great, very good. It's being unaware of our blessings and like seeking a specialist to think that they know more than Kami-sama. That's like telling your parents, like, they did absolutely nothing for you. They didn't feed you. They didn't change your diaper. They didn't clean you or nothing. It's like total denial. It's complete ignorance, right? But that's exactly what we do. We do that. We are in denial of Kami-sama's blessings. Consulting the days and directions, as mentioned in the Goshinden. Especially in Japan and other Asian countries, they consult the days and directions. They even do it today. You look at the calendar, there are special days which you shouldn't hold celebrations because it's a bad luck day. But in America, we don't consult the days and directions, right? It's unthinkable in American culture, but we do believe in like bad luck numbers, right? If you notice, like Friday the 13th, number 13, number 666, because it's associated with some kind of like devil's address or something like that. But ironically, our church Kotaisai in Waipahu is going to be on April 13 and October 13, and our church landline number is 621-6667, and we don't really care much about it. Nothing bad happens. Pretty much every day is a good day in America, except for Friday the 13th, where we try to avoid some, celebrations. But if you think about the teaching I mentioned earlier, there seems to be something that Westerners do examine and consult, and there's a particular person they consult. Can you figure out who or what? Can you figure it out? People examine their health, right? They're extremely concerned about their health. Back in the Founders' Day, they were extremely concerned about the days and directions because they wanted to avoid the wrath of Konjin. So just as much as people back in the Founders' era consulted the days and directions and went to see a specialist to avoid the wrath of Konjin, people nowadays are consulting their doctors like there's no tomorrow over their health, over avoiding death from heart attacks or strokes and cancer or other lethal conditions. I made a diagram this morning. And this is the Founders era diagram. You probably can't see it, it's too small, I'm so sorry, but the top, it says Konjin's wrath, and this is what people have been avoiding in the Founders' times. And the days and directions is what people consult, this is what they want the practitioner to assess. And the shamanistic practitioner is a specialist that they consult. But in modern days, they don't care about the Konjin's wrath. They don't even know about the Konjin's wrath. But they're scared, extremely scared about deadly health issues like cancer, heart attack, COVID, and all these issues. So the health status is what people are very concerned about. And who did they consult? Professional doctors. I heard a saying that goes, people plan, but God laughs. That means despite people's careful planning, the road to life is unpredictable. You should know more about yourself than the doctors, yet people follow everything that they're told to do and take every single pill that they're prescribed. I'm not saying not to, but I'm telling you, I'm trying to encourage you to consult Kami-sama first. Because Kami-sama is the one that gave us our life, right? And Kami-sama sustains it. So why aren't we asking the biggest expert of all, Kami-sama? So I'm not telling you not to consult with your doctors, but there's only so much that we humans can do, right? We can be careful. We can take our baby aspirin to prevent blood clots and take our cholesterol medicine so we don't get heart attack and all that kind of stuff. But we don't have control over 99.9% of our lives. We don't. Trusting Kami-sama will open up the best way for you. So your trip to the doctors will be one with Kami-sama at your side. Do otodoke mediation before you go to an appointment. Call the doctor, not call the doctor, but call sensei. Sensei, I'm going to go to an appointment at 9 o'clock today. Please pray for me. Pray that my labs are okay. Do that. It's not a bother to sensei. Call. That's what he's there for. People are unaware of the daily blessings that come from Kami-sama on a daily basis and worry more about the things that can happen even when it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet, but people are so scared. It's about to you're going to eat a Carolina Reaper chili pepper tomorrow, but it's going to be really, really hot, so you're going to start drinking some milk today, It's useless. It's useless. People worry what if they get cancer? What if they have a heart attack? What if they get a stroke? What if they get into an accident? They're tormented with all these what if. And gratitude goes straight out the window, You can't be thankful and happy at the same time. You cannot be grateful and complain at the same time. They don't go hand in hand. This constant fear and worrying puts your body into a chronic stress state. And when that happens, it's going to weaken your immune system and making you even more susceptible now to the very things you are trying to avoid. I work in the hospital, and quite often I have to give medications to the patients. One time I gave a cup, no, actually it was 2 cups of 20 pills. 20! I was like, how can this be healthy? I didn't say it to a patient, but in my heart I was like, Are we killing patients? There was a pill for every ill that he had. I watched an episode on NHK World called Over-Medicated, The Dangers of Polypharmacy, back in 2019. It talked about patients who were over-medicated. It was found that the body cannot process more than 6 different types of medications in one sitting. Any more, the body will become overwhelmed. The body will get weak and very fatigued, and increased risk of developing physical conditions. Our bodies are amazing. Don't have doubt in our bodies. Kami-sama gave a wonderful, amazing body to us. We are quite resilient. But the body is made to handle only so much, right? So we have to be careful what we put into our bodies and ask our inner soul and ask Kami-sama, is this the right thing to do? People do a lot of consulting with their doctors, but we really need to be consulting with Kami-sama first. Sometimes I discharge patients and see their new appointment schedule. You know, we give a discharge report and there's like a schedule in the back of appointments. And oh my goodness, from Monday to Saturday, they have some kind of appointment. Visit with the primary care provider on Monday, eye appointment on Tuesday, blood lab draws on Wednesday, appointment with the cardiologist on Thursday, appointment with the pulmonologist on Friday, dialysis on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The status of a full-time patient has become their new occupation. You know, if you would go through the trouble of going through these appointments, you know, can you please go through the trouble of making an appointment with Sensei? Yeah. And to get some spiritual assessments and adjustments done for you. Did you know that the majority of hospitalizations and illnesses, do you know what it stems from? Who knows what it stresses from? I said answer already. Stress. It's stress. Stress is what makes people come into the hospital the most, and it's the cause of most of the illnesses that we have. So make faith your priority, so you don't have to be stressed. We have to believe in our amazing body and its amazing, incredible ability to heal itself and to regulate our normal state, homeostasis, at any given time. Earlier this year, my dad, he got a call from Medicare, and I'm his spokesperson / translator. And I put it on speakerphone, and then the lady was asking, does your dad have the following conditions? And she was naming, like, it almost sounded like she was 50. Like, oh, does he have high blood pressure? Does he have high cholesterol? Does he get headaches? Does he have any pain? Does he have blah, blah, blah? And to all of them, my dad was like, no. And at the very end, she asks, does your dad take any medications? And he said, no. And then I had a phone, and the lady was like, what do you mean he doesn't take any medicines? It's like she was scolding me. I'm like, wow. Why is he supposed to take medications? I asked her. You know, he doesn't have any pain. He's perfectly fine. He doesn't get any headaches, no acid reflux, no nothing, no breathing issues. So why does he need to have pain medicine or any kind of medicine? And, you know, the lady says, that's a miracle! And I said, that's a blessing! And then she said, thank you very much, and cut the phone. All my parents take, or all we've ever taken, is goshimai. You know, I think you all received goshimai today. The sacred rice packet. Omiki, sacred rice wine. We'll have that later on today. And goshinsui, which is sacred water, blessed water. That's our remedy. That's our go-to remedy when we have aches or pains or cuts and bruises and stuff like that. And even if we get cuts and like insect bites, we put mud on it. People would think, mud, that's dirty, you're crazy, and you're going to get cellulitis. We receive blessings. Because we believe that we'll receive blessings. If you believe, oh yeah, you're going to get cellulitis, you're going to get cellulitis. It's your belief. Konko Daijin even said, there's a teaching now, If you have pain somewhere, think of applying sacred sake. Blessings begin with just the thought of wanting to apply omiki. You know, Konko Daijin didn't say, if you have pain somewhere, apply sacred sake. He said, if you have pain somewhere, think of applying sacred sake. So that means the blessings begin with just the thought of, hey, let me apply sacred sake. Kami-sama's sacred sake over here. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Every day is like a game of Russian roulette. My mom always says that. We never know when we're going to go, right? But we are just grateful that Kami-sama keeps us alive till this moment, right here, right now, everybody. I mean, there are a million ways to die, really unthinkable ways to die. Strokes and heart attacks and cancer are just 3 of the million. People these days have forgotten how to trust in Kami-sama because of the constant bombardment of fear and even like pharmaceutical commercials that ask you if you're experiencing certain symptoms, and if so, consult your doctor, they will give you a prescription. Easy as that, right? The next time you sit in front of the TV and watch the evening news, I challenge you, count how many pharmaceutical commercials you run into. You'll be surprised. That's passive brainwashing for you. You may not be paying attention, but your brain is. Instead of being constantly worried about what could happen to you, we could be more grateful. Be constantly grateful for Kami-sama's blessings that are keeping us alive. It's healthier for us to have that kind of mentality. There's a Konko teaching I'd like to share on medicine. If people prayed before taking medications, blessings would be quick. Instead, they take medical treatment before praying, so there are no divine blessings. Gorikai 3, Konkokyo, Gorikai number 47. Who are you making your priority? Is it the doctor? Is it your health? Kami-sama should be your priority. People have too much self-pity. They tell their family and friends that they have a certain illness. They go to comparing their cholesterol levels. Oh, mine was like 120. What was yours? 200, you know? And they constantly remind themselves of their condition. They constantly remind themselves of their diagnosis. They pop their pills daily, and that's a daily reminder of their illness. They aim the spotlight on their illness too often. Yet they don't talk to their family about the blessings they receive, right? They don't say, oh, 今日はこんなこといただいたんだよ. Or like, oh, I received this kind of blessing today. What kind of blessing did you receive? You don't hear anybody telling each other what kind of blessings they received today. How come? How come? You know, people, they don't partake goshimai, give thanks to their blessings. Aim the spotlight to the blessings instead of your illnesses and shortcomings. Then you'll receive blessings for sure. I know you all receive goshimai, but do you take it when you don't feel ill, or when you feel ill? Or do you just stash it away in the bottom of your bag and it gets all crumply, and, you know, or do you just put it between a book and just forget about it? Or is it too cumbersome to take it out, you know, and partake it? Is it too mendokusai? Yet people go through all the trouble, get their pills, and take that on a timely basis. Yet they don't do it with goshimai. You know, the goshimai has an inner washi paper, right? Packet. My mom, she tears it into lots of pieces, and on her bowl of rice, it's like, there's at least 20 pieces of goshimai tearings on there, the paper, you know? And I was like, my mom's like, Iruka, Kazuko, you want one? And I was like, okay, I'll have one. And then she tries to give me another one, another one. I was like, no, ikko yo. One is good. But that's her medicine, the goshimai paper. And that's to remind her of her okage. The goshimai is a visible reminder that you have received divine blessings. Take it with the heart of gratitude. Give thanks to Kami-sama at any moment. Every moment you'll receive divine blessings. At times we can become overwhelmed with stress, right? And we may have a mental breakdown. There was a patient one day who was recently diagnosed with cancer, and he was getting chemotherapy for the very first time. He was ultra anxious, and one day, he wasn't my patient, but I just answered the bed exit alarm. It was beeping, so I went into his room. And he was standing, he was wide-eyed, he was breathing fast, and his heart rate was 129. 129 beats a minute, and he's like, blah, blah, blah. And he was sweating, and the patient, when a patient has a heart rate that high, our hospital protocol is to call the Rapid Response Team, the RRT, which will send an emergency team right away of doctors and like ICU nurse, and they'll identify the problem right away, and they'll take care of it right away before things get worse. I already knew that the patient was having a panic attack, so I know what the cause is of his heart rate. So I had to figure out a way to calm him down. He told me he was panicking because he didn't know what to do. He asked me to hold his hand for reassurance, so I held his hand. And he firmly gripped it, and then now he tells me, "Can you sit next to me, please?" So I sat next to him on the bed. So I listened to him, holding his hands, and then I told him to close your eyes. And he closed his eyes. And I told him, take 2 deep breaths. Yeah. Yeah. And I asked him, can you tell me something that gives you a lot of joy? What makes you really happy? And he says, let me think. Playing the piano makes him very happy. And I said, what else? And he said, singing hymns at the church gives him joy. So I said, close your eyes and think about yourself playing piano, singing at the church. Then I asked him, tell me some things you're grateful for. And he said, I can't think of anything. And I said, I know in times of panic it's really difficult to identify things to be thankful for, but I'll help you. I asked him, you can see me, right? And he said, yeah. Like, we gotta be thankful for your eyeballs, right? And he's like, oh yeah. You can hear me speak, right? Your ears are fine. And he said, oh yeah. That's right. Thank you, ears. You can smell still yet. Yeah. You can taste the food that you eat. Yeah. That's amazing! I told him. There are a lot of things to be thankful for. You can still go to the bathroom, right? Yeah. You can still wipe your okole. Yeah. You gotta be thankful. Some people cannot even do that. Then I asked him if he can still walk to the bathroom and have normal bowel and urine functions. And he said yes. So we can give thanks for that too. I said to him that there are many people thinking about you and praying for you to get better too. You have to think about them and be thankful for them. Thank the air that you breathe, the ability to breathe. I mean, even if there's air to breathe, if you can't breathe yourself, your lungs don't function, then it's useless, right? Thank the sun when it rises in the morning and when it sets in the evening. Say thank you again. I told him, thank your heart. And I asked him, do you know how much your heart beats every single day? And he's like, no. Do you all know the answer? How many times does your heart beat per day? Micho, do you know the answer? 100,000 times. Isn't that amazing? In one day. Multiply that by a month, by a year, by 70 years, by 80 years, 90 years. You get a whole lot of heartbeats, right? And that's kind of someone trying to keep you alive every single day. There are too many things we can't live without. And I told him to think about all those things, and I promise you, you will begin to feel better. I told him that we're all allowed to live. We mustn't think that we are living with our own power, our own will. There's something great out there that allows us to live. And he's like, wow, that's right. We are allowed to live. I didn't think about that. We are allowed. So I told him, when you feel panicky, don't know what to do, don't know what to say thank you. Or you Konkokyo people, say, Konko-sama, Konko-sama, Konko-sama. When you eat, say thank you. When you go to the bathroom, say thank you. When you wake up, say thank you. When you go to sleep, say thank you. Even to your pillows and blankets that keep you comfortable, say thank you. Because when we are in the state of gratitude, there leaves no room for complaining. He kept repeating, thank you, thank you, thank you. After that, he was like, oh, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. His heart rate went from 129 to 110. We didn't have to call the rapid response team. And everyone was okay. And then he suddenly tells me, you are a miracle! And he says, I could feel your energy flowing throughout my body. He says, you made me feel much better. And I say, no, it wasn't me. It was you. It was you, brother. You were the one that was able to have gratitude be born within your heart. Okay? You basically saved yourself with your own heart. All I did was help you shift your thoughts. That's all I did. But he was very thankful. And everyone else was thankful because we didn't have to call the RRT. Okage wa waga kokoro ni ari. You can see how divine favor really depends upon your own heart. Blessings don't come from up above. Blessings come from within you. Blessings surround us from up and down, everywhere. Konko Daijin said, everyone knows the names and causes of illnesses, but no one knows the cause of receiving divine blessings. You should seek the cause of receiving divine blessings instead of the cause of illnesses. Gorikai 3, Jinkyu Kyogo, number 34. This Gotaisai is to give thanks for the numerous divine blessings that we receive on an every single day basis. There's too much to count them individually, right? There's just so much okage out there. So Gotaisai is a day to give a huge thank you to Tenchi Kami, the great life force. And it's also to concentrate all our happy gratitude feelings, every one of you, all these people. If we all come in the same state of gratitude and we direct it to Kami-sama, that energy goes back to Kami-sama, and you have no idea how amazing Kami-sama feels when you do that. Not realizing our blessings is the cause of suffering and constant worrying. We worry constantly because we haven't figured out what real blessings are. Seek the cause of your blessings instead of the cause of your illness. Then you can feel rest assured and focus your energy on enjoying life just exactly how Kami-sama intended it. People, they may be proud that they are a cancer survivor, and it's a really amazing thing to survive cancer and grave illnesses. But also, every one of you, be very proud of being the receiver of blessings. Be proud of being the receiver of blessings, So anyways, I hope you're able to take home even just one message today and put into practical application in your daily life. Whether it's to do otoloke before going on an appointment, or praying to Kami-sama before taking your pills, or taking a daily, tear of goshimai paper like my mom does. I want you to put faith into practice. Put faith into practice. And if you don't practice, it won't become a habit. You have to practice. I want you to put faith at the center of your lives. Then everything around it is going to revolve smoothly, I promise you. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
I have a question.
Oh, yes, question.
Goshimai wrapper, the paper outside.
Yeah?
I ran out of goshimai one day and I was hurting.
Oh.
I used that outside paper.
Oh, you did? That's amazing.
I feel it has a blessing on
Yeah.
the outside. Yeah. So that was really good, and I feel like we should be grateful for the Lord, Kami-sama. We needed everything we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we needed, we have.
Yeah.
That's
It's
how
your
I
heart.
feel.
It's your
That is-
kokoro.
I'm grateful for that.
Thank you.
Every day.
Thank you for
And
sharing.
my washing machine.
Yeah.
I take my washing machine.
Wow.
Yeah, because while I'm washing, I can do something,
You tape it on your washing machine. The goshimai. Do you tape your goshimai to your washing machine, you said?
No, I don't have my Goshima and machine.
Oh.
But I feel that, you know, it's a wonderful thing. But if we didn't have a washer, we have to,
Yeah, yeah.
it's harder.
Uh-huh.
But while we're washing, we can do something.
Yes. We'll remind ourselves. Just remind yourself of okage. You know, I just want to add something because you mentioned something really interesting.
We
But
always have to be
we
grateful.
put a goshimai. You know the goshimai? We saran wrap it and we have one in front of the stove, a little above the stove,
Oh,
one in front of the kitchen sink, above the kitchen sink.
that's a good idea.
And we say, なんだか水を大切に be
Water.
mindful of blessed water, and 火を大切に be mindful of the energy we're allowed to use to cook. So anywhere we have reminders in the bathroom, I have a bathroom reminder card, say to give thanks for the toilet, for our normal body functions. We need reminders everywhere, like a commercial. Thank you for sharing, Nancy. Thank you.
You're fired. That's his job.
Thank you, Edna Sensei. So you folks are very lucky that you could listen to the Edna Sensei speech today, sermon today. After this, we will have a onolai, and not like a regular onolai, like a potluck style, but this time we prepared bento. So those who would like to go home, that's fine, and you can just bring the bento home. But if you'd like to stay, chat with others, and you're welcome to join onolai downstairs. But before that, let us have a omiki and a closing prayer, and also after closing prayer, let us also recite the prayer for the COVID-19 and also the prayer for the peace. And then before meal prayer, so that you can start to eat right after omiki. Thank you. Hi. Prayer book, page 15. Closing prayer. Dear divine parents of the universe, we are deeply grateful for the way of meditation. We are heartfelt gratitude for your divine blessings, material, spiritual, temporal, and eternal. We pray that the divine favor be granted to one and all, each and every day. The prayer book insert. The prayer for the ending of the novel coronavirus pandemic. Ikigami Konko Daijin sama tenchi kane no kami sama. Ikigami Konko Daijin sama tenchi kane no kami sama. We are heart and appreciation for your love and virtue as we are allowed to live in this very moment. Currently, a pandemic is rapidly spreading throughout the world. The novel coronavirus pandemic is causing much concern and raising anxiety among the people and nations. That we offer hope and prayer to you to end this pandemic as soon as possible. Sadly, there are those who have passed away because of this virus, and we put hands together to pray for the peace and suffering. We also pray for those who are infected by this virus to quickly heal and recuperate in order that they may continue to contribute to the society and the world. We pray for the political, economical, and educational reform so that all the anxiety and the distress we have been operating will dissipate and we will be blessed with a social order. For those that are suffering in the midst of this pandemic, please allow their faith to be resurrected and their livelihood be restored. Thus, now more than ever, we commit to reviving a heart of appreciation, having a heart of Kami, and praying for us, God, and others. May we all be awakened to your true faith, that of faith, that of help others, help ourselves. Use us to help you to in this crusade to end this pandemic and bring peace to this world. It is our sincere prayer that the people of the world will not only have peace of mind, but also live happily, safely, and healthily. Ikigami Konko Daijin sama tenchi kane no kami sama. Ikigami Konko Daijin sama tenchi kane no kami sama. A prayer book, page 17. Prayer for peace. Through our divine mediator, to the divine parents of the universe. Let us pray, as precious as our lives are, so are the lives of all. You embraces us with your blessings, wanting us to help one another and live together in harmony. Yet when your wishes are ignored and selfish desire pursued, tears spread across the world, your heart pains as people suffer, hurt by injustice, poverty, and war. Please accept our apologies and we strive to change our ways to reflect your love in all we do. The peace of the world, start in peace in our heart. Please grant us the courage and wisdom to see the goodness in all, to speak words of comfort and hope. Allow our action to form a peaceful world where each is respected and fulfilled. Through your virtue and guidance, we pray with a heart as one, for all to live in peace and harmony, for all to live as one.
Thank you.
Prayer book, page 20. Before meal prayer. As we partake of food and drink provided by the divine parents, let us be thankful and remember they sustain our gift of life. After meal prayer, we give our felt thanks for this meal, let it give us strength to be unpleasant to all. Aire. 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 Okay, thank you so much. And we have our Omiki after. Then after that, please go downstairs if you'd like to join, or you can take a bento home. Thank you.